Hi guys, so today I wanted to come on here and do a little story time about something that I experienced maybe about 3-4 years ago. It was okay, so this occurred during like the beginning stages of my healing journey. I was out at this bar with one of my friends, and you know, we're drinking, having a blast or whatever, and I go to the bar to buy myself another drink. While I'm at the bar, it's this guy who is standing next to me, and I don't know him, but all of a sudden it's like this intense, heavy energy just like comes over me, and it's so heavy to the point where like I can't really move. Like I'm stuck here, and I just felt like this angry, very angry energy, and I know it's not mine because I'm here with my friend. We were laughing, kicking up a few minutes ago. You know, I don't just jump from happy to mad like that, you know. So I'm just like, I'm standing here and like the energy that's trying to consume me or whatever feels very negative, extremely negative, and I'm just looking at this guy, like just staring at him. I don't know what was going through my mind at the time, but I'm just staring at him like I feel like it was his energy. So after that, fuck the drink. I go to my friend and I'm like, yeah girl, I'm about to go home because I don't want to be here no more, you know. And it was that moment for me that kind of like put everything into perspective. I was already at the point where it was hard for me to be around other people because I was constantly absorbing the energy of those around me, and my body, like I have this very clairvoyant gift, I guess you would call it. Like my spirit would tell me when something is wrong, and it will usually show it to me in visions. And yeah, basically I feel like I had a vision of this guy. He was not a good person, and he was carrying something that was extremely heavy, and I don't know if it tried to attach to me and it was just like unsuccessful. I don't know, but I got the hell on, because you have to remember this was the beginning stage of my spiritual journey. I didn't really know about spirits and shit like that. I was just trying to heal what I had going on at the moment and, you know, get to a better place with myself. And in the midst of doing that, it came with all of this other stuff, and I was just like, I don't know, you know. So I went home, and yeah, honestly guys, that was probably my last time going to a bar or any like club setting. I have not been back since. I think it's important for people who are on a spiritual journey, who are just tapping into like their self-healing abilities and who are trying to really transform themselves, to tap into spirit or whatever. It's important to realize that once you become aware of the fact that you have to heal and you start taking steps to heal, the bubble of ignorance that once surrounded you is no longer existent. It has popped, and you are very vulnerable to a lot of stuff. I mean, you're vulnerable before, but you don't really feel it. But when that bubble pops, oh baby, you feel it. You feel everything on an intense level that's like nothing else. Like I can't even really describe what it feels like. For me now, where I'm at now, it's still hard sometimes for me to be around certain people. I have gotten to the point where I can kind of like shield myself. I do a lot of protection stuff, so I can shield myself from absorbing, you know, most things, but sometimes some shit do try and slip through the cracks. And I have to be like, oh no, you know. So, you know, when I first was doing my whole spiritual journey, in the beginning, when it became like not even really in the beginning, I say like in the middle, when it became like a aesthetic or whatever people are doing nowadays, it was a lot of talk on social media about how people didn't believe that empaths were real, and oh, you're not really feeling this energy, you're faking. Like, you know, they didn't believe it for whatever reason. But I can 1000% say that it is definitely something you have to experience to believe. Because yeah, hearing it sounds like a bunch of, you know, junk. But when you have really lived it and you have really experienced it for yourself, you would know it's very real, extremely real. So yeah, healing makes you vulnerable, not just emotionally, but spiritually. And I think that's something that people aren't really prepared for. I wasn't prepared for it. And I want to say, like, is there a way to really prepare for it? It depends on where you are in your journey, because a lot of us are coming out of, a lot of us just want to heal and be better people. It's not even that you want to tap into anything spiritual, you just want to heal and be a better person. But the reality of it is, we are spirits in these vessels that we call bodies. You know, these are our earthly homes, but at our core we are still a spirit. And when you start tapping into, like, when you go inward, you're basically sitting with yourself, which is your spirit. I feel like a lot of the time people confuse themselves for these bodies. This body is not me. That body is not you. It's your home. It's where you reside right now. But when your soul, your spirit, whatever you want to call it, leave that body, it's gone. You know, these bodies are temporary. They're not yours to keep forever, you know. So you really have to, like, accept that at some point. Like, okay, essentially I may just be like this ball of energy, this ball of light that's just contained within this body. And when I go inward and when I'm sitting with myself, that's what I'm sitting with. And when I see my traumas, when I feel my traumas, when I have to go and tend to my wounds, that's what I'm tending to. You know, that's what's carrying it. So it makes you vulnerable. It's like your spirit is finally, like, awakened now to, you know, whatever. And I don't know, maybe other energies can sense that type of thing, you know? So yes, spiritual protection is very necessary, if you ask me. And it doesn't have to be anything that's super out of the norm, witchcrafty, as y'all like to call it, or crazy, whatever. It could be something as simple as making sure that your home is a safe space for you to take off your armor, making sure that you're safeguarding who you allow in your presence during that very vulnerable time. It can be you know, if you believe in crystals and stones or whatever, cleansing them, charging them, carrying them with you diligently, praying, you know, praying, God, whomever you believe in, please shield me, protect me right now in this time where I am, what's the word I'm looking for? Vulnerable, you know, where I don't have my armor on anymore right now. God, please protect me in this time of need until I can build that back up. Just simple things. It doesn't have to be anything extra crazy, you know, or outside of your comfort zone. Whatever feels right for you and your spirit, do that. But don't just be out here all open. You know, I mean, just to be honest. So yeah, I just really want to share that. I don't know, it had really been something that had been weighing on me. I was talking about it with like a friend and she could relate, and I'm like, you know, I think people need to know, like, when you decide you want to level up, it comes with a price, and sometimes that price can just be energy attacks. People are carrying all sorts of crazy stuff that they don't even know that they're carrying. They're not even aware they're carrying. People might have spiritual attachments that they're not aware of, and here you come trying to be all love and light, peace and blessings, and now this little energy or whatever see you and it's like, oh, I want to go over there where she at. And you feel it, and it's like, get up off me, you know, you ain't welcome, bye, this ain't that. So that's how I look at it, because that's what it felt like for me. Sorry, that's what it felt like for me. So yes, make sure you're out here safeguarding yourself, safeguarding your energy, being picky about who you allow in your space, being picky about who you allow to access you, and, you know, carry yourself like who you are or what you want to be. Don't let people get too close unless they are deserving. Peace.